What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to WrestleMania 21 on the original Xbox. And there is a slight problem in this very old and very broken game, and that is I have spent the money I have earned from the matches to get more attributes. I'm currently 74 in the game, but I go into attributes, and I can't actually increase any of these numbers. I bought the stuff, but I can't increase the numbers, and I don't know why. It all says 0, right? You can see here in the current total, 1, 1, 1, 1. I bought a point in everything. I should be able to use those points. You would think, right? But no, it won't let me actually make the little dots increase across the screen because it's broken, and that sucks. And that is why your boy is stuck on 74, and the game's only gonna get harder. Let's continue.
Hey Bischoff, this isn't exactly what I'd call big time. A civic center? You promised to get me back into the WWE.
This hall holds a special place in the hearts of legends as big as you'll ever be. The best have all wrestled in these halls, and one of the best specifically asked to meet you here. Kid, you've made incredible progress. I never believed you could have made such a comeback so quickly if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Get off that speaker, it's dangerous.
It's time for your last lessons. If you're going after evolution, you've got to have the crowd behind you all the way. So I've set up a match between you and one of the great fan favorites of the WWE, The Rock.
The Rock? Why is The Rock here? The Rock says that it's Tuesday, and also know your role and also shut your mouth. Here we are, facing up against the Great One. You would have thought that Andre would be the end of all of those legends, but no. We are one-on-one with The Rock, so that is happening. And alright, sure, fine. Why not? Welcome to a fine Tuesday here on the program. Wrestling news is not looking great today. We have more New Japan show cancellations because of the virus. We have All Japan show cancellations because of the virus. And you're starting to get a little bit concerned, not because I think they'll cancel WrestleMania, right? Because unless the government says, hey, Vince, you can't run this show, he's gonna run that show. What's concerning is that for WrestleMania weekend, all the other shows who are bringing in talent from other countries might have a problem doing that. Especially Japan, considering how they've locked that stuff down. So if you're gonna tell me that we're not gonna get Minoru Suzuki and Orange Cassidy, I'm kind of upset. So that sucks. It sucks. All around. Wash your hands, people. Seriously. It's not a joke. It's really dangerous. So, yes, the New Japan Cup for the late March dates are all just shut down. Shut the F down. So, they got the F out, essentially. And there have been other major conventions, major gatherings that have been shut down. South by Southwest and Coachella being the most notable. So, yeah, it's rough out there. And it is concerning heading into Tampa in a couple of weeks here, but they seem all speed ahead at the moment, so we shall see how that plays out in the coming weeks. As here in New Jersey, they have just declared a state of emergency, so that's concerning because I live here. And we'll see how that plays out, but also I don't leave the house that much, so, you know, like for me personally, I'm not that affected by the business of the coronavirus, but obviously there are folks that are in my family who would be, so I have to be extra cautious on that. 1, 2, now who the Great One, Rock? You went down. Get me back on Raw. Give me Batista. What is taking so long? It doesn't matter what game it is. He walks alone. Oh no. and better than ever.
Well. Batista! You still have no idea who you're facing, or why there's solid steel around that ring now, do
Solid.
you?
Great.
And where's the rest of Evolution tonight? Oh, that's right. They've already had their matches. And they're headed back to the hotel to celebrate their victories.
Woo!
Well, let me tell you something, big man. Tonight marks the beginning of the end of Evolution. I brought a superstar to Unforgiven who truly has no forgiveness in his heart for what you did to him at SummerSlam. And in the spirit of Unforgiven, I've decided that this match will take place under the most unforgiving circumstances. So your match will be a Hell in a Cell match.
Wait. Huh? I thought it was a steel cage. What is that pose? Yeah. My freaks and my peaks. Batista's pissed. Alright, so thankfully not in an escape the cage match. That's nice. I appreciate that. But hey, Hell in a Cell. Welcome to Unforgiven with good old JR. Batista, the Manimal. We're here to Manimalize you. So we have some SmackDown announcements for appearances on SmackDown, and that is Jeff Hardy, for the first time in almost a year, is back in action on SmackDown this week. So that'll be finally back in action, and finally, hopefully, stays healthy. And, you know, I'm not sure who he fights or who he feuds with or whatever, but back in action on Friday on SmackDown. Also on SmackDown to confront Bayley is going to be Paige. So cool. Always good to see Paige here. Looking forward to that. Now, people were really upset yesterday, before Raw even started, because who was on main event? It was Ricochet. So, in the span of 2 weeks, going from facing Brock Lesnar for the WWE title to working against Eric Young on main event, what is happening? And everyone's like, oh man, Ricochet, burial complete. And it's like, yeah, but relax, right? Because y'all said the same thing for Bayley not that long ago, where, alright, look, Bayley on main event, burial complete. And then, where's Bayley now? She's been like the longest running SmackDown women's champion in who knows how long, right? So, again, countered. Again, you can't count them out just because they're on main event for a couple of weeks or months or whatever, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You never know, right? They could have big plans, and they're just waiting on things to make those big plans happen. I don't know, but I'm not going to get that mad about it. I've seen folks go from main event onto, you know, the main stage. Look at where the modern-day Maharaja was before he was WWE champion. I'm pretty sure he was on main event and had that whole run with the title for the 1.whatever billion people of India. Just saying. Don't count Ricochet out just because he's working main event this week. Put you down and tap you out. I tapped out Bret Hart. I tapped out Andre the Giant. Batista, what makes you think you're better than them? No tapping. No tapping. Alright, well, I guess he's better than them. What do I know? So, Monday Night Raw. We had your opening promo from Becky Lynch, who is not playing around, being serious, with Shayna Baszler. Cool. Alright. You had Mysterio defeating Angel Garza, which I'm like, where is this going between Mysterio and Garza and Humberto and Andrade? I'm assuming some kind of a Mania thing in some way, but it's not quite clear. There we go. What it's going to be just yet. I'm curious. I really am, but I don't know where it's going. I wanted it to end up with Andrade and Mysterio, hair versus mask. That's what I wanted. That's what Mysterio wanted, but that does not seem to be the current direction And with the little bit of a sidetrack from the whole suspension.
My God, he did it!
You know.
He's come back from the worst beating I've ever seen, and he's come back to Raw.
I think he made a better comeback than Batista's gonna make, JR. I've never seen Batista get manhandled like that.
Well, alright, Dan. I did that. Batista, the thumbs down. It's funny. Alright.
I can't believe I saw someone
Edge.
completely tear apart Batista like that.
I heard Batista is going to be out for like 6 months, and his career might be completely over.
Man, I'd hate to be in you-know-who's shoes tonight when Evolution shows up. Hey.
Edge. Shelton. Alright.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'd hate to be in Evolution shoes even more.
Well, alright, Dan. At what point would Edge and Shelton have been friends? Oh, Tajiri! Cool. The Japanese buzzsaw is here. The Master of the Mist is here. So they had Bobby Lashley without Lana, because she's filming a movie with Bruce Willis or something, beat Zack Ryder, and I'm like, they made Ryder and Hawkins look like not chumps against the Viking Raiders. They got a little bit of a fight, and here Lashley just kind of squashes Ryder, and it's an afterthought, and it's like, why is this even on the show? I don't understand. More importantly, after that, Rowan fought McIntyre, and the match, not important. The part where Drew murdered the fake spider. He squashed the cage with the ring steps. That could be the end of that whole entire terrible thing. And what was the point? Was it supposed to get Rowan over for some reason? Like, did they not have an idea of how to end it? Alright, we're gonna have Drew squash it with a, like, I can't imagine that was originally in the plans, but they're like, how do we get out of this? Everybody thinks it's dumb, and is making fun of it. How do we finish it without just not mentioning it again, because they have a habit of doing that, where they just, you know, drop things and stop mentioning them entirely. So, yeah, they squashed the spider cage with the steel steps. That happened on Raw. Okay, but I guess what do you do now with Eric Rowan? I could not even wager a guess. I do not even know what you do with Rowan at this point. Here comes the Nature Boy and Randy Orton to mess with my day. That is unfortunate. I could not beat Tajiri fast enough. Nate in the submission hold. Let's tap out Tajiri quickly. Not gonna happen. I tried. Referee. Oh god. The dirtiest player in the game. And Tajiri. And Randy Orton. Triple team on your boy. I don't like my odds. I don't like any of this. Woo! Nah, Nate. Woo! It's gonna be a count out here. A count out loss because of Evolution is a mystery. Get back in the ring. Great. Referee, do your job. And German on Ric Flair. He's too old for that. Do your job, referee. Seriously. The spinning power slam from Randy Orton. Vintage Randy Orton. But I can't. Bro, Chacho. You got out of there, Flair. Tajiri, look. I was whooping you before I got here, and I'll keep on whooping you now that they're gonna leave. So, here we go. Speaking of missed, you had the Kabuki Warriors facing off against Natalya and Liv Morgan. Why is that a tag team on Raw? There was a stat. It was like, this is Natalya's 48th tag partner or something like that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, they just fought in the Chamber the night before. Why, oh why, are they teaming up on this show? That makes no sense. They're not friends. It's stupid. 1, 2... Not gonna happen. Buckle my shoe! Randy Orton. Vicious. Shouldn't you be somewhere getting rid of legends? Like, what is happening here? Oh, my crotch! Not cool. Tajiri. Not cool. The uncoolest. Haha! I did a thing. No! Standing switch. backdrop. But of course, Asuka and Kairi Sane won that match because, you know, they wouldn't lose to a ramshackle tag team of Natalya and Liv Morgan because that would make no sense. And Tajiri here giving me all this fight. Again, I can't go beyond a 74 because this game's kind of broken. And that is what it is. Not even mad about it anymore. It's just kind of, you get used to it. You deal with it. Get up to Tajiri and get that spinning slug buster onto the buzzsaw. And then watch. Oh, a rope break. You got so lucky, Tajiri. So absolutely the luckiest. Alright, they didn't rope break Andre being that close, but I get a rope break. How about a Master Lock challenge here? Master Lock challenge on Tajiri. You tap or you snap? He's not tapping. Why? Why, Tajiri, why? I'll tap you out one of these ways. And Nate and Viper, you ain't doing nothing to stop me. Nothing. Tappa, tappa, tappa. That's right. Against all odds, still victorious. What's up, Randy Orton? I'll hit your post. I'll hit your post. What you gonna do? You want some? Come get some. Uh-oh. The dirtiest player in the game is here. Woo! Sorry, Nate. I need a chair.
It looks like Randy Orton's got a case of the limber tail.
Can you blame him, JR? That guy's crazy.
Hey, Flair. He's begging off. Oh, man. Unprotected chair shot to the dome. Flair flop. Oh, that wasn't a Flair flop. What are you doing? All that theatrics and no Flair flop? He just kind of... That's not how the... Come on. Come on, man. Okay.
I can't believe the nerve of that punk last week,
That's Stacey?
treating Evolution like that. Rick, I'm really sorry I couldn't help you. Just as I was about to attack him, I got a huge cramp in this leg, and I had to leave the ring.
Don't you worry about it, Randy. You're the Intercontinental Champion. You shouldn't have to worry about taking out the trash. That's something that Nature Boy, woo, and Triple H are going to take care of tonight. Hey, champ, weren't you with Miss Jackie last week?
Miss Jackie? Rick. Jackie is so 7 days ago.
Rhino is here. Gore, gore, gore. So AJ Styles cutting a promo on the Dead Man and breaking kayfabe, which would have meant more before Taker had done that Stone Cold podcast and broke all the kayfabe, right? But saying, hey, I'm talking to a broken down old man, Mark Calloway, and it's your wife's fault, Michelle McCool, that you're even doing these matches at all because you're whipped and et cetera, right? So, like, that's certainly a direction to go. But if you're going to go that direction and not bring back the American Badass, then what are you doing? Like, that is a perfect excuse to bring back Biker Taker, and I hope they do that. We shall see, right? But I thought that they could have also, well, again, we have weeks until Mania, right? And at some point, I would hope that we'll see either AJ giving Michelle McCool a Styles Clash, or Michelle McCool giving AJ a Faith Breaker. It's the same move. Same move, right? So that is another nice twist here in that whole angle. But yes, they're bringing in the wife. So what is it with this Mania season and wives? I don't know, but here we are. In any event, I'm kind of hoping that the whole narrative here ends up being, hey, you're a broken down old man, and then the match itself ends up being amazing, and that would be kind of the perfect way to have that capped off. Because if it's not an amazing match, then that means he was right in what he was saying, that Taker is a broken down old man. So, you know, you don't want the heels being right, essentially, when you're having a face do a thing, right? So, speaking of guys who, yeah, alright, Riddick Moss, your 24/7 champion, right? He beat Ricochet clean, and now he's beating Cedric Alexander clean on the show. And I'm hoping this builds towards something, And what I'm hoping for is after that, we had MVP on the program, right? And MVP, who is now done with his in-ring career, wants to be a manager, wants his own stable. So how about MVP has clients like Ricochet and Cedric, guys who are not great at talking, whereas MVP is good at talking and they're good at wrestling. That would be really good to do. So here's hoping that is the case and that is their plan, but who knows at this particular juncture heading towards WrestleMania. All those guys are going to be in the Battle Royal anyway, so not on the show in a... Triple H, come on. Seriously. But MVP was there to get speared, and then Randy Orton got RKO'd, and then MVP got the concerto from Edge, who definitely wants a piece of Randy Orton at WrestleMania, and that is the build for that continuing, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. So, Germans to Rhino. Now, the main event was supposed to be the first ever meeting between Rollins and Aleister Black, and that ended up with a DQ, because of course it did, right? But that match somehow went from being Rollins and Black to Rollins and Murphy and the AOP versus the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits. So Black wasn't even in there in that big 8-man tag main event thing. And that ended with Rollins and his crew winning the match, but then here comes Kevin Owens with some stunners, but he gets finally some, heat on Rollins with 3 curb stomps onto Kevin Owens. So that was a thing. Too slow, Triple H. Too slow. The slug gets it done one more time. And that wraps up today. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos. Tune in next time. See you here. And I'm out.